Good afternoon. My name is Sitlengema from QuickTrade. Please indicate if you can hear me. My mic is on my end. I just need the confirmation from you guys. Thank you so much. Gert Obi, Edith. Can you guys hear me? Okay, thank you so much. I see Bilu has just sent me a message there. Obi also. Gert, hi guys. I hope you had a wonderful long Easter weekend. We are all back now, a little bit energized. I hope you guys did some homework over the long Easter weekend. I would actually like to give you guys an opportunity to show me or to show me what challenges you maybe you faced when you were checking your charts or doing your technical analysis, because I mean this period was a very important period. It was quarter end, first quarter of 2018, and it was the end of the month, March. So you know what I say, what I always say about month ends. At the end of the month, you must check for those shares that are closing below their moving averages, or those that are crossing above their moving averages, those that are starting to show some positive signs, because that's where you can actually plan your month and decide which shares you are going to be investing in for the whole month. Even if you stay in that particular investment for the whole month, as long as your technical analysis or your analysis agree that you do so. I don't know if anyone of you guys had a chance to do that. In fact, you are required to do that. You don't even need to get a chance. You are required to do that if you want to make trading your career going forward, or to make some serious money out of trading. You need to do that. Did any one of you guys do that? I see Edith is in. I think Edith. I haven't seen Edith before. Is it your first time, Edith? Oh, okay. So I'll excuse you from this question. Maybe the guys that should answer is Gert, Obi, and Sakile. Okay, my question, Sakile. Well, I mean, welcome back. My question to you, or to all of you, was: did any one of you get a chance to go through? Maybe the top 40 shares, just to check which ones are closing, below or above their moving average, averages. To try and look for opportunities to either go long or short. That was my question. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine, Edith. We'll make a plan. We'll see how we help you going forward. But I was just talking to the guys that have been in the game for quite some time, because I mean, you guys, you need to be disciplined. I can only do so much. If you guys are not going to be disciplined, you are not really going to make money from your trading. On the last day or the first day of the new month, you must always look for trading opportunities. Look at stocks that are showing some positive signs or some negative signs so that you can go in and capitalize on those. That, guys, is very important. At the end of the day, you're going to say that you're not making money, you're not getting the assistance that you are looking for, and that is not true. I always ask that you check your monthly charts. Okay, let's look at the charts that I managed to get. Well, I mean, after this session, I expect you guys to go and hunt for those trading opportunities using the monthly charts. You can go check that maybe from the top 40. Let me show you a few that I found when I was checking. I don't have any forex trades that stand out at the moment. I think I haven't done enough work there. Okay, the first one we're going to look at, ARI. That's the first one that I found. If you check the ARI, African Rainbow Minerals, the simple moving average. Okay, let me check. No, this simple. I don't like the simple moving average. Let me change it. Doesn't look normal. Okay. Okay, now it's better. You see the highlighted bar there. This represents the month of March. This represents the month of March. The moving average, the simple moving average there is at 112.05. And the close where we closed in the month of March, we closed at 101.40. The stock was down 18.5%. This is where I think that we're going to make some money going forward. ARI, you can write that down. We can revisit this one maybe later, but market, I think it's important that we check it out. I think we're going to make some money out of it going forward. Shorting, remember, if you're shorting, you don't pay any swaps. Instead, you get paid swaps. But the issue is that if they decide to issue a dividend, you would be required to pay the same value of the dividend to the service provider or the platform trading platform provider. Okay, let's look at TBS. TBS is another one. TBS closed below its moving average. The moving average is at 407.08, and the close was 372. Close was 372. I think there's going to be some good maybe shorting opportunities here going forward. For how long, I have no idea, but I mean there is some money to be made here shorting. So the only time you go in and short these markets is when you see your daily time frame closing below the moving average. If it closes below the moving average, you can actually go in and start shorting these. The next one you're going to have a look at is Exxaro. Exxaro, I mean, it's another stock that closed below its moving average. In fact, I spoke about it in our morning meeting today. I thought it was gonna move a bit higher for us to go in and short it. But I mean, if you check Exxaro, the moving average is at 129.38. It was sub 130, the moving average, and the close was 108.99. Close was 108.99, and right now we are at 107. The high was 110.79 today. I think there's going to be some interesting shorting stories taking place on this one. For how long, I have no idea, but I mean, there has to be some money. that we have to make some money out of these. Okay, let me check MTN if I can see anything. I'll check MTN and Sasol. MTN is another one. We spoke about it last week, where we said that MTN was actually a short. MTN also is a short. You remember we said that, I mean, the price of MTN could actually come down to 110, 112 on MTN. So MTN is another stock where you can go in and short. Okay, let's check what's happening with Sasol. Much. Well, Sasol closed below its moving average also. Sasol is another stock where you can go in and try a shot at important levels. You can go in and short it maybe around 405, 40. Well, I mean 405, 406. I think there is an opportunity to make some money out of this one. This is Sasol. Okay, I think I'll just do these. It's Exaro, Tiger Brands, African Rainbow Minerals, MTN, and Sasol. Do you guys have any questions so far? If you have any questions, please let me know so that we can address those. Guys, any questions? No. Oh, okay, that's fine. Before we go back and look, okay, before we go back and look at your suggestions, let's first have a look at ShopRite that was suggested by Gert. Gert, ShopRite is currently trading at 251.63. It's trading well above its moving average. Even if this market were to come off, I do not really see the stock breaching the moving average currently. So I think we're going to trade sideways a bit on this one. Maybe go maybe towards 230 if the selling pressure persists or if things get worse in this market. But around 230, 235, I'd look to take a long on on ShopRite. But currently around 251, I wouldn't try to touch ShopRite as a buy. I wouldn't. I'd wait for it maybe to come down towards 235, 230 levels. Around those levels, then I may go in and take a long if I get a good bullish reversal signal there. Okay, let's look at the Euro USD. Okay, it's fine. We'll have a look at MND. But guys, please let me know why you want me to look at a stock. Tell me that maybe I'm looking at a long. Please check. I'm looking at a possible long. Please check the stock ABC so that I understand what you are looking for. Ooh, Euro USD looks like it's trading sideways a bit. It's trading sideways. There isn't really much. Okay, just want to check this. Okay, let me tell you guys what I'm doing here. This is the monthly chart. I'm using the closing and the opening prices to determine where the support and resistance levels sit on this particular chart. Our main resistance is around 1.25 123, and our support is at 1.22600 or around those levels. That's where our support levels are. Last month we had a positive month. We were up 0.44% or 44 basis points, and month to date we are flat. We are down like 0.03, which is 3 basis points. So I expect this market to trade between these two lines. Let me highlight them. There's our resistance there at the top. And this is, well, I mean, I expect this market to trade between these two horizontal lines, the dotted ones. That's what I expect to see this market trading this month, and we are trading above our moving average. So I'm happy with that. This really looks like it's favoring the US dollar. Okay. So, well, I mean, if you look at the daily is not really looking that great. It is bouncing it is bouncing off this middle line that we've drawn here. It's bouncing around this middle line. Well, I mean, the horizontal line that we've drawn in the middle. And we haven't really closed above our simple moving average. We are still trading below our simple moving average. It's possible that we could see this currency pair maybe coming down to 1.22600 before moving higher. I don't know what Obi was looking at. What are you seeing here, Obi? I'm not really seeing much happening here on the euro US dollar currently. You're saying that you were looking at 123. Well, I mean 123. Yeah, we've got 123 marked there, but as long as we are still trading below the moving average on the daily, I wouldn't go in and take this trade. More especially if you are trading around that 123 area. I wouldn't go in. I would just stay out on the sidelines and wait for the market maybe to first give me a good bullish reversal signal before I do anything. Otherwise, you can wait for it to come down to 1.22600. Around 1.22600, maybe that's where you can start initiating your longs on the euro. Currently, I wouldn't really touch it. I think it's a little bit dicey at the moment. Okay, let me see. OB, you are saying you are short based on the daily charts. Based on the daily charts. Okay. Okay, but okay. Well, I mean, if you are short from Friday, let me check. When was the 28th? 20. Okay. If you are short from Wednesday last week, I think yes, you're right. If you are short from there, now let's go and check how the hourly looks, OB, to see if this is a good short or not. When did you short this one, AB? Oh, you opened it on the 29th. Okay. Okay. It's moving sideways. It's moving sideways a lot. I'm just trying to get some technical levels on the hourly chart. Okay, OB, every time the stock gets to 123,300 or just a little bit higher than that, I think there is some resistance there around 1.23300, 1.23300. There is some resistance there, and the past hour closed below its moving average. I think we're going to go back down to 1.22. 857, 1.22857. I think that's our immediate resistance on this particular stock. After that, I expect to see the stock, sorry, this currency pair either breaking lower towards the dotted line there that we have at the bottom around 1.22615. I think it's a good trade. I don't think that is a bad trade yet. It hasn't done anything that suggests that we should get worried. I think you are still going to do well on that one, OB. I don't know. Are you happy with the levels? Are you happy with the way that we've looked at it? Is there anything else that you'd like to check there, or would like to ask with regards to this one, OB? I don't know, Obi. What is your stop? Where is your stop? Where did you put your stop? Obi. You went in on this trade on the 29th, and you only asking about the stop now, Obi. Yeah. Okay, we'll use this turning point here. This one. We'll use this turning point here. This turning point is 1.23386. We need to keep our stop above this area here. We need to keep our stop above this area here. Let me check. Our stop should be above this area. Maybe your stop should be above 1.23428. So your stop should be around maybe 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 3, 3 or 3, 5, just a couple of pips above the previous day's high. I think that's where you should keep your stop. If the market goes up and take you out there, then there isn't much that we can do. I think maybe, yeah, I think that's where you should. 13503. Well, 503 is not bad. 503 is okay. You can keep it there. But your take profit, where is your take profit? But it's important that you have your take profit and your stop loss, because another thing that you must remember is that you are going against the main trend. The main trend on this one is up. If you check the monthly, it's showing you that this currency pair should go higher going forward. So if you decide not to put in take profit and stop loss levels on your trade, I think that's a big problem. You must work on that. Make sure that you have your stop losses and take profits in place there. But well, I mean, your take profit should be around 1.2 to 600 according to the technical chart that I have here in front of me. That's where your take profit should be. Even if it does go lower, it doesn't matter. You can just keep your profit there. Okay. Sakile, you wanted to know something about MND. You're saying that there's something you don't agree with on the technical trade idea that got sent out this morning. Well, I'll be honest with you. I did not see it. 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 Here. Okay. On the monthly time frame, it looks like the stock is still under pressure. It's trading below its moving average. But the good thing is that we have some good support levels capping or preventing the price from declining even more. Now let's change this maybe to a daily chart. I want to check what's going on here. It says buy 343, stop loss 314. Okay, we'll check it out. Well, I mean, according to the trade idea that you got this morning, it says buy 321, take profit 343. Okay, let's check. If you okay, let me try and expand this one. If you check it nicely from the bottom here, this was on the 14th of Feb. 2018, the price hit or the stock hit support here, started moving higher. It hit some resistance around here, around this highlighted bar. It moved sideways. It came down towards 297 and it shot high again. And it went up. It got some resistance here around 332 and it started coming down. So in my okay. In my opinion, I think Mondi is a buy around 312. I would say Mondi is a buy around 312 or 312.50. If it gets to 312, 312.50, you can buy some Mondi. Although the monthly is looking negative, we said that our support levels are looking good. So we are relying on those right now. We are not really relying on the moving average alone this time. I think maybe if you can buy this one, maybe around 312, 312.50. 312.50, I think you can make some money out of it and have your stop around 306. Buy 312, 312.50, have your stop around 306. My only issue here, though, is the risk reward. Are you going to get the 1:2 or the 2:1 here? Because I mean the immediate resistance that I can see on this one is around 322. You buy 312, 312.50, around 320, 250, 323. We have some resistance there, but if you take out that area, I think we will easily move up to 332. So I think 343 is a bit too far for me. I'm looking at 323. From 323, I'm looking at 332 before I call it higher. So I'm looking at 312.50 entry for a long and first take profit target around 322.69, second profit target around 332 and your stop loss around 306. That's what I'm looking at here on MND. Don't know, do you guys agree? Maybe according to your technicals. If you don't agree, let me know. But I mean those are the levels I'm looking at. You can write them down. Maybe 312.50 entry, 306 stop loss, first profit target. You must take note. I haven't really done any risk reward ratio here. I'm just looking at the technical picture. First profit target 322.50, second profit target 332.50 or 333. In fact, I think 332.50 is much safer. Sakire, are you okay with that? Yeah, that's true. I know. That's true. I know what you're talking about. Here I'm talking about a blind entry. If you want to do a blind entry around 312.50, you may go ahead and do the blind entry. But I mean, it's important that you wait for your moving average to first cross above your SMA. But I mean, like I said earlier, we are not really relying on the SMA on this one. Uh, because if you check the monthly is saying sell. It's on a sell signal. You're not really supposed to be buying this one. But I mean, if you want to be an aggressive trader, I think maybe the best thing is to do a blind entry around 312.50. Because I mean, these guys that went in when they saw the cross above the moving average here on the 29th, those guys are losing some, well, I mean, over 1%. They are bleeding a bit of money there. So that's the reason why I suggest that maybe you do the planned entry around 312.50, expecting the price to go up to 322 first and then 332. The moving average does not agree. Maybe over the next couple of days, the stock is going to be moving sideways here, but I understand exactly what you are saying. I understand exactly what you're saying. But I mean, relying on support, I think you can get this one right. Because I mean, let's do the line chart. Let's do the line chart. You see, this area here is support. This area here also, 314.48. Let me see. This area, this is the point I'm trying to mark here. This is the point I'm marking. So I'll start here. If you're looking at between 312 and 314, I think that is a buy. That is a buy zone. I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why you have that 314.63 as your stop. But I'm looking at 312.50 as an entry. So anything between 315 and 312.50 to me looks like a good buy zone. I understand what you're talking about, Sakile, but I mean, it's very important that you do not use your moving averages in isolation. That is what I always say. You must make sure that when you go into a trade, there is, I mean, there's a couple of factors that agree with your bias. You do not just rely on one on one thing like your simple moving average. You must also make sure that you apply your support and resistance levels on a chart to see where you can go in and buy the share. Okay. Yeah. Enough about Mondi. Maybe now let's move on to something else. Let's look at a stock like. Let's look at a stock like. Okay, but are you happy with what I've just explained, Sakile? I want us to move on now, to move on to something else. Okay, okay, it's fine. Let's look at TBS. TBS is on a short signal. It's on a short signal. We're supposed to be shorting TBS anytime we get a short signal. That's resistance there at the top. There's resistance there. Okay. We have already seen. We have already seen your well, I mean, the monthly chart. The monthly chart is on a big sell signal, saying that we should go short on Tiger Brands. Right now, it hit some support here and it tried moving up. So the levels that I'm eyeing on Tiger Brands, I'm actually eyeing 384, 385. Around 384, 385. If I can get maybe a bearish reversal pin there, I would actually go in and start shorting. Or if you want to be conservative, you can wait for the price to first break below the 10 simple moving average. Once the price is below the 10 simple moving average on TBS, on the daily chart, you can go in and take a short there. I wouldn't actually recommend going short at current levels. I would want to wait and see what it does around 385, because it looks like there's a range between 385 and 400. Anywhere between those two levels, I think one can actually go in and take a shot on Tiger Brands. But I mean, let's wait and see what it does closer to 385. If we get a close below the moving average, we can go in and take a shot, because I mean, this is what I think is happening here on Tiger Brands. Please mark this, guys. I think this is what is happening here on Tiger Brands. It's giving, this is a bounce that we are getting here. You can even call it a dead cat bounce if you like. I mean, judging by the current picture of Tiger Brands, to me, it doesn't look very healthy at the moment. So that's the reason why I wouldn't want to take a long on Tiger Brands. Instead, I would want to go in and take a short. I think this is what is happening on Tiger Brands. I think it's just bouncing up from here, these levels here. It's going to break below the moving average and move lower again. I think that's what is going to happen on Tiger Brands. Let's check maybe the hourly. The hourly, we're getting the same picture. It's well, I mean, sideways to up a bit, and we just need to cross and move lower. So yeah, I think it's a good stock. Oh, okay. OB, you're saying you have a reversal pin bar on an hourly. Are you talking about TBS there, OB? That's what you're talking about? I see what you're talking about. I see what you're talking about there, but let's check here. I see what you're talking about, but I mean, this bar hasn't finished yet. It's going to finish at 1. This one, well, I mean, it looked like a reversal, but I mean, where did it happen? Because I mean, the bearish reversals and the bullish reversals, they have to happen at critical levels. If it happens just in the middle of nowhere, you must ignore it. This one happened in the middle of nowhere, so therefore we're going to ignore it. And at 10, we closed above the moving average. 11 above the moving average. Now at 1, I think we're going to close above our moving average and move back towards this area here, this area of 378, 379. If you get a bearish reversal bar after the hourly bar has closed around 379, 380 levels, I wouldn't mind going in and taking a short, even if I'm not below the hourly moving average. So this one I think does not count. This one does not count. It happened in the middle of nowhere. You see, we have some support happening in this area here. Let's check the hourly. If you can draw some horizontal support lines here, you can see that we have some massive support happening there. So you can't just use that as your, you see here, we have this horizontal support that we have here. You see this stock is likely to move higher a bit. So around 380, 384, if you get that bearish reversal, you can go in and take a short. At the moment, I don't think that it is the right thing to do. Aubrey, you're saying for the day, for a day trade, don't you guys set your targets? Hmm? For a day trade, why don't you guys set your targets low so that by the end of the day you'd have reached your target? Because on some trades we go in for days, and the concept is a day. The concept is a day trade. Sure. Okay. I don't know what Aubrey is referring to there. Aubrey, it depends on the target. If we see that the target is a little bit higher, we're going to call it at the level where we think the target is. We're not just going to call a target just for us to hit the target, because we need to work out the risk-reward ratio at the same time. But the main thing here to note is the fact that support and resistance is very important in your trading. Even if we have given you the trade idea, the take profit levels, the stop loss levels, you must still work out your support and resistance, because without support and resistance in your trading, you are not going to hit your take profit target, because sometimes it happens that you just fall short of maybe 50 cents of hitting your target, and the stock just reverses from there. Usually that is because of resistance, so you must be very careful there when working out those resistance. Make sure that maybe you change to your line chart, like I did here on an hourly, just to get a better perspective of what is going on. Use that that hourly chart to get a better perspective. I understand. Yes, that is why you must use your support and resistance. Yeah, you must use those. You cannot just rely on the take profits and the stop losses that we will supply you with. You must be able to do your own analysis and see if you agree with those when it comes to take profit and stop loss levels. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well there. OB said the key levels, support and resistance. Yes, those are very important. You cannot just rely maybe on the moving average and all of that. You have to make sure that you fuse those together. Your moving average, support, resistance, and sometimes maybe even your RSI. Is your RSI above 50? 50 mark. If it's above 50 and you see a long, then you go in and take that long. Okay, let me try and simplify support and resistance. Aubrey, let me use which stock can I use? Let me use Exaro. I'll use Exaro. I think Exaro is a short. Even at current levels, I think Exaro is a short. I think Exaro, people are going to make a bit of money on Exaro very soon. I think Exaro is a short. I think Exaro is a short right now. Okay, BAT, we'll have a look at it. We'll have a look at it. This is the hourly chart on Exaro. This turning point here is your resistance. This turning point here is your resistance. First one is here. Second one here. Now let's go and get our support levels. This turning point is your support. This turning point here next to your previous support turning point is also your support, and the line goes across until you get to to these levels, 103.65. This is your support. So support is your floor, where your price rests or where your price is supported. Every time when the price gets to your support level, buyers come in and push the price higher. So we call that your floor. And resistance, we call it your ceiling. When the price gets bought off the floor, it goes up to the ceiling. When it gets to the ceiling, the price gets contained or the price gets pushed lower. They prevent the price from going beyond that point. So we call that point resistance. Aubrey, are you happy with that? Or do you want me to explain a bit more what I mean? Like here, when the price gets to 103.65 on Exaro, buyers come in and buy it. When it gets to 113.92 or 114, sellers come in and push the price down. It's been trading between this range here, this range that you can see here. Let me try and make it bigger. It's too big now. No, it's too big now. Yeah, I think this range is okay. This range is on. Okay. Okay. Let me see if I cannot get. Simpler way to explain this. Okay, let us try and use this example, Aubrey. We say the floor is your support and your ceiling is your resistance. When you are jumping from the floor, jumping upwards, when you jump up, you're going to hit the ceiling, and the ceiling is going to prevent you from going through the roof. So once you hit the ceiling, you're going back where? You're going back to the floor. You come back down to the floor, and the floor prevents you from going through the flow and dipping into the ground. So every time when the price gets to the flow, if it is an important key support area, there would always be orders waiting to buy that particular stock at that important level there. You can only find these by using your line. Well, I mean, you can use candles to get these, but I prefer using the line charts because the line charts show you the turning points, and turning points are very important. These turning points, they help you pinpoint where the market is likely to reverse. Let me see if I change this to the daily chart, if I can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, let me go back a bit. You see this point here on Exaro, this point here, this point is 117.49. Let's put a horizontal line there, marking that area, 117.49. This area, when the price was moving higher, was your support. It was your support. And when the price came down, it went through this area, I mean around here. It went below this area, this support area. So this area here turned into your resistance. This area is now your resistance. Let's remove this one. This area is now your resistance. Let's check using the candle what happened there. Well, there was just one bar, it went through, and now we are trading below this area. Every time when the market goes, moves up towards this area here, there are sellers waiting to sell the stock Exaro. And currently we have support here. You see these two turning points here, here, here. Those turning points are your support right now, and this area here is your key resistance area on Exaro. That area is 117.60, but the immediate support that we have is around 112.75, 113. 112.75, 113 is some important support for you right now. So I think the stock is confined between 112.76 and 104.20. Every time the price gets to 113, 112.75, I think one can actually use that opportunity to go in and sell Exaro and check maybe later in the month of April how it goes. But I believe that we are actually going to go lower on Exaro and all the other stocks that I mentioned, and we are going to make some serious profits if we go in. In fact, even if you don't put even if you don't put the take profit, just put your stop loss. Put your stop loss there. You must know how much you are expecting to lose. Let's see how these shares do for the month of April. You can just you can just keep them and check what your moving averages tell you. If your moving averages tell you that ESOB 112.75, 113 is your current resistance on Exaro. Around those levels, you can actually go in and short Exaro, expecting Exaro to go down to like 90 bucks. I think 90 bucks is the next target when you are shorting. If you want to take your profits around 190, around 90, you can take your profits around 90. If you want to be a little bit more aggressive, maybe you can wait for 86, 85 levels. I think you will make a bit of money there on Exaro. Okay, let's check BAT. BAT. Well, BAT, we are below our moving average on the monthly time frame. Let's check the weekly. The weekly, we are still below the moving average. We are still trading below the moving average. Daily, let's check how the daily looks. Well, on BAT, we have some support around 36 or 36. Around 36, we have some support on Braid. You can see here. Let's make it bigger. This was December, 8 December 2017. The price dipped below this area here around 36. Buyers came in, they pushed the price up, and the price started moving higher. It went higher just above our moving average. It started coming back down again to the same area where I drew that horizontal line. It went up, it came back down this year around the 7th of Feb. It went up, and now recently it's it has declined down to these levels here, around 36, and currently it looks like it wants to close above its moving average for the day. But I mean, the trading session hasn't ended yet. It ends at 5, so we cannot take this as a genuine signal yet. We have to wait for the day to finish. So we've seen that every time it gets to 36, there are buyers waiting to buy the stock. The stock Braid. Let's try and look for our resistance here. We have our resistance around 45. I think that's where our resistance is. It's between 45 and 47. So if this move really happens, well, if we close above this moving average and we break above the falling trend line that we have there, there is a good chance that we could see the stock going back up to 45, 46 levels before declining. But taking this trade is an aggressive move. This is an aggressive trade because you are going against your main trend on the monthly. Your monthly trend is saying sell. So the best thing to do is to wait for the stock to get to maybe 45. I know that you would have missed everything here between 36 and 40 and 45. Wait for it to go up to 45, 46, around these levels. If you get a sense that it is really not breaking above 46, 80, 47, go in and short, take it down to 36. I think that approach is much better than going in for a long right now. I think a long is very risky because I mean you are trying to buy a stock that is actually declining. You are buying a stock that is actually declining. So really, there is no need for you to go in and buy something that is really on a decline. I think that is not the right way to trade. We are looking at 45 and this 36 level here. That's I don't know. Are you happy with that, OB? What were you looking at? OB, are you still there? Oh, okay. Yeah, those are the support and resistance levels. Guys, please write these levels down and hone these shares, because I mean, traders suffer from some very bad illness. Don't know what it's called. I think it's amnesia or something like that. They tend to forget very easily. They peak the levels, and a couple of days ago, they've forgotten about those levels. Okay, guys. Any other questions before I try and assist Edith, because she's new? I just want to highlight her and show her how we look at things here. We try very hard to simplify them, but I promise we won't make them simpler. We'll just make them simple. We won't make them simpler, just simple. Okay, guys. If you don't have any more questions, Edith, please pay attention. I want to focus on you now. Okay, Sakile, thank you very much. I want to focus on you now. You're allowed to interact with the guys in the group. If there's anything that you don't understand, you can always exchange ideas. Okay, let me show you some examples here. Which one should I look at? Let's look at BAT. Yeah, let's look at BAT. BAT has been falling for quite some time. Look, here we are not looking at support, resistance, or any other stuff that I've mentioned during this session. I just want us to focus more on the moving average, because we are starting out. The moving average is going to help you understand whether the market is going up or not. If the market is trending higher or moving higher, you're going to see your price trading above your moving average, like here. This is the monthly time frame that I'm using here. The price is above your moving average, so you know that if you go in and buy, you are on the right side of the market, because the price is moving above your moving average. Edith, do you understand what I'm saying there? Could you please explain that in your own words? Okay, what did I say about the moving average? Now, I want that part to see that you understand what I'm saying. No, that's not what I said. Edith, I said if the price is above the moving average, it means that on a monthly time frame, it means that the price is moving up. Do you understand now? Okay, please write this down. Price above moving average, or 10 moving average, means up. Okay, like this. Okay, price above the 10 simple moving average on a monthly chart, or on a monthly time frame means that the price is moving up, and the opposite is true. Do you understand, Edith? Do you understand what I mean there? Okay. The SMA is the simple moving average. It's a moving average. You see this blue line that we have here. Let me try and make this line thicker. Line properties. You see this red blue line, Edith, this is your simple moving average. That is the line that you use to determine whether the market is going up or down. That is the simple moving average that we use. Okay, let me show you how we add. Well, I mean, I don't want to show you how we add the simple moving average. I just want you to show how to check whether the market is going up or down. When the stock or the price is above, like here, is above, it means that it's moving up. When it crosses below the moving average, like it did here in June 2016, that was the beginning of a decline on the price of Braid. Braid started moving down. The value that we put on the simple moving average, we put a 10. We always keep it on 10. We always keep it on 10. We don't change it. Even if we change the moving average, sorry, the time frame on a chart, we do not change the moving average. And that simplifies the way that we look at the market. Are you happy with that one, Edith? Yes, no? No, yes? Okay, so if you were to go in and trade the market, what would you do here? You see where I have my cursor, the highlighted part? What would you do here? Would you buy or sell this market? Okay. I see, Edith. Are you going to join us again tomorrow, Edith? Okay, because now I'm worried about your focus. You have been you have been listening to a lot of stuff that you don't even understand, and now I expect you to to focus. I understand. This market is below the moving average. It means that there you should go in and sell. Tomorrow we're going to start at 12. Please be there at 12. And this is the first thing that I will do before we do anything. I think maybe that's what we should do tomorrow. Maybe I should excuse you now. You've been listening to a lot of stuff and not understanding really. Maybe you've lost your attention. I think we should end it here. Yeah, we'll do this tomorrow. Is that okay, Edith? Okay. Thank you very much, Edith. You are free to log out if you want to log out now. Well, I mean, OB, you want us to look at the FIPS. Oh, the FIPS. Okay. Okay, Obi, why are you interested in FIB retracements? No, it's fine. We have about 10 minutes still. It's okay. Yeah, about 10 minutes. It's okay. We can do this. It's fine, Edith. We can communicate offline. You can send me your details here at quicktrade.co.za. Please send me your details to that email address there, or you can just call 011 315 1000 and ask for Sihle. Okay, you want to understand how to apply them properly. Okay, that's fine. Yes, but please call me after 2. Please call me after 2, Edith, or send me an email if I'm not around. Send me an email. I'll call you back. Okay, OB, the fee retracements, they are good, but I mean I don't use them a lot. I don't use them a lot. I know they're important because I mean they help you with your support and resistance levels and all of that. I think they help a lot. Let me see if I can pick anything here. Let me use the daily time frame here. Okay, Obi, we will start from this high here. Sorry, trying tools, fib retracement. Let's go down there. Where this come? Okay, Obi. Obi, let's do this. Well, I mean, it depends on it depends on how long you want to analyze. If you want to analyze the share, maybe if over maybe like a couple of years, you can still use them. If you want to check maybe a couple of hours, you can use those few hours. But let's do this. Let's do this tomorrow. Please make time. Please make time for for the webinar tomorrow. Between 12 and 1, same time, and we will go through it. It's okay. We'll make it one of the lessons we're going to be looking at. I don't know if you're okay with that, big guy. I think maybe let's do that. Maybe because there are other people also that would like to benefit from the question that you've just asked here, instead of me just sharing that information with you only. And a couple of days later, I get the same question popping up again. Okay, no, that's fine. That's perfect. You can do that, Obi. Edith, you can maybe you can just call me immediately after this, because I mean we are ending the session now. Guys, let's meet tomorrow. Let's end our session for the day. Let's meet again tomorrow between 12 and 1. Thank you very much. You can just call me now. Thank you, guys. Cheers.